Hello, welcome to Numeristical, bringing you the picks of the day for Friday, May 24th. It's about 7 in the morning right now in California. Let's start, as always, by reviewing the picks from yesterday. We had just one game yesterday. It was the Orioles-White Sox on the money line, and we also had it on the spreads over here, plus 1.5 on the White Sox. White Sox lost by 2. This was a crazy game. The White Sox were up 1-0. First inning, loaded the bases, only managed to score 1 run. But we're up 1-0. Orioles answered back 1-1. White Sox went up again 2-1. Orioles tied again 2-2. And then the Orioles broke it up and eventually went up 8-2. It was 8-2 going into the bottom of the ninth. The White Sox scored 4 runs and still had no outs. Had first and second, no outs, 4 runs in. It was 8-6. So the White Sox were looking really good to score at least one more run and at least cover the spread. But then they got a strikeout and then a controversial double play. I didn't actually watch the replay, but there was some controversial runner's interference call which ended the game. So the White Sox ended up losing by 2 after all that, very close to at least covering. But as it was, we took losses in both the money line and the spreads bet, as they did lose by 2. So for the main line models, money line and totals were down 1 unit for the day, 2.14 units for the season. And on the spreads model, we are now down 0.61 units for the year after losing a unit today. But that's that. Let's go and take a look at the picks for today, though. So on the money line, here's all the games and the probabilities. And the model is telling us to look at 4 home teams and 1 away team. So the first home team wants us to look at is the Reds against the Dodgers. It likes the Reds if you can get 139. So let's see if we can find 139 for the Reds. Got to click over to money lines. And 139 for the Reds. Let's see, we got 140 here at South Point. Let's just take a look at the action on that one. It was a size 150. Now it's at 140, but that's enough to bet. So we'll mark that down. Reds plus 140 at South Point. Okay, next up, we got the White Sox again. We are gluttons for punishment. The model has no emotions, does not feel bad picking underdogs over and over and over again. This time it wants 233 on the White Sox to bet. Pinnacle showing 222. Let's see if we find 233 anywhere. We got 230 at circa 231 at Bet Online. Not quite getting 233. Let's see, there's 223 available earlier. So it's up to 230, 231 now at Bet Online and Bookmaker. But the model is now saying 233, so we will not take a bet there. Next up, the Guardians and the Angels. It likes the Angels if you can get 108. And Pinnacle's showing minus 103, so this might be a stretch, but let's take a look to see the Angels. Now all negatives. Minus 104 is the best we're showing for the Angels, so we won't find a bet there. And then finally, the Yanks and the Padres likes the Padres if you can get plus 105 with Pinnacle showing even money. Padres get plus 101 at South Point, but we're not. 102 at Bookmaker, but we're not getting plus 105. So we will not find a bet on that one. So that's it for the home teams. 1 away team it likes is the Marlins if you can get 186. Again, thinks the Marlins are only 40% to win, but that means if you get 186, the model says that's enough value. So let's take a look at the Marlins plus 186. It's probably a stretch, but Marlins, yeah, for 175. We're not finding it at 186 though. So we will not have a bet there. So it looks like money line, we just have the Reds plus 140. Let's go to the totals. So here's the full set of totals models and the predictions there. And after our filters, it's saying look at 3 overs. First is the Twins Rangers. It likes over 8.5. If you can get minus 105. So let's take a look. Over 8.5. Twins Rangers 8.5 overs. Yeah, and you can see they're all minus 120, and in fact one has already gone to 9. So we're not going to find a bet there. Next up, White Sox Orioles likes the over 7.5 if you can get minus 104. Over 7.5. And yeah, we're not getting 104. Best we're getting is minus 113. This 8 over is interesting. So they're sticking on the 8 over. Give me 1 sec. I just want to recalculate and see whether that gives us a decent bet. Okay, this is interesting. So if I put in that 8 115 point. Sorry, I'm jumping all over here. Too many tabs. If I put in that, oh, it already went away. It already went away. Okay, so it did actually like that bet, the plus 115 on the 8 over, but it just disappeared. So we won't take it then, since we didn't quite pull the trigger on it. But it's interesting. It did like that bet. At 8, it says plus 110. Plus 111 really is good enough to bet, so like the 8 115, but that disappeared quickly. So again, just shows you these markets do have some efficiency. When there is sort of a bad number out there, it does sometimes get taken out quickly. So that was that, and then we had, so another thing popped up. Let me just change my filter slightly to make sure that showed up so I could see the number. But let's go. The next up is the Angels and the Guardians. Hold on 1 sec. I just want to check something. Yeah, so this Tigers Blue Jays just popped up when I changed the filters, but you can see again it's asking for. I mean, we can just check it real quick. Let's just check Tigers Blue Jays. Over 8.5. It wants plus 110. This was such a stretch that before it wasn't even showing it. So Tigers Blue Jays 8.5. It wants plus 110, though obviously we're not going to get plus 110. Okay, so then finally, last chance for under over bet is the Angels and the Guardians over 7.5 wants even money. And it's showing 115, so again, probably not going to find it, but and you see it's 7.5. Yeah, we're not getting anything. We're getting plus 105 on an 8 over here at Caesars. But yeah, that's still not going to be good enough, I'm pretty sure. That's only 4 points more that we'd want. So it does not look like we're going to find an over bet here. Let's move on to the spreads model. Again, here's the whole list and the various spreads probabilities. For anyone who wants to look at that, and telling us to take a look at one home team and one away team. So the home team that it likes is Minnesota, the Twins minus 1.5. if you can get 132, and it says it's already showing 137, so let's see if we can still get that. Twins, yeah, so Twins minus 1.5, got plus 140 at South Point. So let's do that. It says better at 132 or better. So we're getting 140, so that's pretty good. So let's mark that down over here. Twins minus 1.5. Was it 140? Let's double check. Twins 140 at South Point, yeah. Oops. 140 at South Point, okay. And then the next one to look at was the Astros minus 1.5 at even money. Against the ace, so that's interesting. So it's at even money. It's saying to take it if you get plus 103. So let's see if we get plus 103 on the Astros minus 1.5. And even money, even money, even money, 102, but not quite getting 103. Yeah, it hasn't moved there. So let's see if it moved. No, it hasn't moved enough there. Okay, so close but no cigar there, so we're not going to take a bet on that one. So it looks like we'll just have the one spreads bet is the Twins minus 1.5 plus 140, and the Reds plus 140 straight money line. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.